Welcome to UBO127 Gaming and Art. We're going to do a reaction video to episode 2 of the new Bachelorette. Let's go check it out.
I don't have that connection with
Which
her.
is nice to hear.
I don't believe him. For some reason, I feel like it's a lie or something. Nobody smiles when they talk about the wrong thing in their life. I mean, that's just...
Getting to know you, the fun sides, the outgoing sides, the adventurous sides, the driven sides.
Look, when it comes to this dude, man, it's a sad, sad story he shared about his mother. But when you look at somebody's mannerisms, their body movements, in the beginning when he first started talking about his mother, he's not getting choked up. And then when he talked about her death, all of a sudden now, you're smiling again. And I'm like, why would you smile talking about your mom, Pat? If it's such an impactful part of your life, you're not going to be smiling. It's not going to be a happy moment. Like, maybe I'm just off on this, but I just have this, like, feeling and suspicion that it might not be true, or he's not telling the whole truth. Something's missing, I feel. It doesn't feel genuine. I could be off, but we'll see. No, not everybody can tell the difference between a Granny Smith and a Red Delicious.
Okay. Okay, now y'all got me twisted. Oh, hold up, what is that, girl? Is that lasagna? Hold up, no, I gotta taste the crust. I don't know if I like that.
Hey, Ken, if somebody give you a test and they tested, you put a blindfold on you, and they have you taste all these different apples, can you tell the difference between a Granny Smith apple and a Red Delicious?
I could. Definitely.
What do you mean definitely?
I know I could. I know.
What's the difference?
Granny Smiths are tart. Red Delicious are a little more sweet, but kind of dead. Honey Crisp are very, very sweet and juicy. Fuji is sweet and...
He said sweet 3 times. I'm just saying,
it's
like...
a different kind of sweet. I'm telling you, I guarantee you I wouldn't...
We're going to do that test, Ken.
I would know the difference.
I will do that test. I want to see, because she's like, she said the same thing. I'm like, not everybody, she makes it seem like it was just so common. Everybody could tell the difference between all the... No, I can't.
I don't know about everybody. I definitely could.
To me, an apple is an apple.
Mm-hmm.
It's an apple.
No.
I can't tell you what is Granny Smith, Red Delicious, Honey Crisp, Fuji. I can't tell none of that apart.
I could tell. Definitely could tell.
So this idiot is on here saying, oh, I know the difference. So she blindfolds him to give him a taste test. Mm-hmm. He tastes a Red Delicious. Oh, that's definitely a Granny Smith. Mm-hmm. Definitely a Granny Smith. And then he tastes the Red Delicious. Oh, that's a Fuji. Mm-hmm. That's definitely a Fuji. How you so confident you don't know the difference to anything?
Fuji, I don't know what he's talking about, because Fuji and Red Delicious are so far away from each other. Fuji is 10 times better tasting than a Red Delicious. I don't even know how he can make that. And then Granny Smith is for pies. So you should know the difference. You make pies with Granny Smith apples. That's what apple pie is. It's Granny Smith. So I don't know what he's doing, but you're right, he is an idiot.
So no, here's how much of an idiot. She gives him pizza. He's like, oh, this is something different. Oh man, you guys got me messed up.
Taste pizza?
Listen, you guys got me messed up. What is that, lasagna? What is that, lasagna? Dude, you cannot tell her eating a pizza.
He was the wrong person.
You can't tell eating a pizza. It's a pizza.
Yeah, he was the wrong person to do that with.
Oh my goodness. You can't tell eating a pizza. It's a pizza. There's the difference between lasagna and pizza. Wow. I don't know about the apple thing, but definitely the pizza thing, I could definitely tell it's a pizza and a lasagna, man. Come on.
Sentient human being, you should know the difference between pizza and lasagna.
Kid, this dude said, oh, what is that, lasagna? She's dying laughing. It's hilarious. Okay, he's such an idiot. Just from getting a pizza and lasagna mixed up, I'm sending you home. Just on that.
Right.
That's on principle.
That one.
These guys are tripping because this guy's getting he got the rose and he got the MVP. Because he's so.
Is this the Bachelor in Paradise?
Bachelorette. No, this Bachelorette.
Oh. Nico was telling me about something like this where How old is this?
This just came on. This is episode 2.
Maybe it's not. This wasn't what she was talking about. She was telling me that there was a group of guys. I guess they were going for one woman. It must have been one of the seasons, and they like getting jealous of each other. I'm like,
that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. So listen. So this guy named Joe, he met the Bachelorette before because they both live in the same city. They both were on top of the state in basketball. He was Mr. Basketball, she was Miss Basketball.
Right.
So this was years ago. She reached out to him because she liked him. She's been liking him. You know, he's Mr. Basketball. He can relate to her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're from the same state, so they have to know each other. So she reached out to him. This was when George Floyd happened, so I guess it was a year ago. Mm-hmm. And they were talking back and forth, a couple exchanges, and then he ghosted her. And now he's on the show, and she was like, "I know you. You're Joe. We talked to him. What happened?" And so he was vulnerable. And he was like, "Look, you know, when the George Floyd thing happened, I had a store. They got looted, and I was going through all kind of stuff at that time. So I fell off the face of the planet." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And she was like, "Look, whatever you do, don't feel you can't talk to me. You know, you could be vulnerable with me, you could talk to me. It's not a problem. Just communicate. You just communicate and we good." And so she was struggling the first night to keep him because she was like, she wasn't sure if he was there for her or he was there for the fame and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But she kept him because she really liked him. This is obvious.
I mean, it's obvious. Yeah.
So the second
he didn't like her. As much as she liked him, but okay.
So the second day, they went on a group basketball date. So there was a group of 5 guys against another group of 5 guys. Joe was on a team with the worst people. He and my one other guy, Malik, was the only good basketball players on the team. So needless to say, they lost. But before they lost, the first half, he didn't do nothing, Ken. Mm-hmm. And because he had found out that his coach passed away that morning. So he wasn't really feeling it, but he was doing it because he knows his coach would want him to be there.
That's sensitive. I mean, I get it.
But Ken, you can't say nothing about it. He just found out his coach was like his dad. So he's close to him. So he was pushing through it, but on the court, you could tell he wasn't really playing. He was like run up and down the floor, but he wasn't taking any shots or demanding the ball or anything like that. And the other guys are trash. They were shooting air balls and stuff. So she came up to him at halftime and was like, "Come on, Mr. Basketball." That should have alerted them that they knew each other. How she know he's Mr. Basketball? You know what I'm saying? So she was like, "Come on, Mr. Basketball, get into the game. You know, come on." So after she gave him the pep talk, he went off. I mean, he was just hitting everything. It was ridiculous, Ken. Him and Malik were just going back and forth 2-man game. Like forget Pardeek, the Indian guy. No, Pardeek can't play. He's not getting the ball. Okay, he shoots air balls. So they were like 2 points away from winning the game. They ended up losing because the other team was so far ahead. Like the second half of the game, the other team only scored like 5 points, and they already had 25 points on the first half. So that shows you how good this dude is. He literally and Michelle gave the audience a heads up. She was like, "Look, this guy is Mr. Basketball. He won for the state of Minnesota the award that they give to the best basketball player in the state." Like and you could saw in the second half, he was stealing all the balls, he was blocking shots, he was everywhere. Right. So you could tell in the second half that, the first half was an anomaly. Like he was just really struggling over his coach passing. And so even though they lost, he won MVP. So he was able to go on the one-on-one with the other team. The other team would win being with Michelle for the rest of the night. So he was able to be with the winning team because he got MVP. So he took advantage of that night and he was like, "Look, I just want to be open with you. We talked about being vulnerable the first time we talked. And so I'm letting you know that my coach passed away. And, that's what affected me today. So, I just want to let you know that happened." And, of course, she was loving that. He was open. She was kissing him all over the night. So they spent a lot of time together. As a matter of fact, he even went. He spent extra time with her because they went outside to the driveway to play one-on-one. Like, she really likes this dude. So she gave him the rose in the night. After she gives it, right before she gave him the rose in the night, when he was doing one-on-one with her, and he was spending extra time with her, the guys were like, Joe's been gone for a long time. He's spending extra time with her, man. What's going on with Joe? Joe's real quiet, real cool dude, but man, he spent a lot of time with her, man. What's up with that? And so they started bad-mouthing him, and when the guys were like, I'm not getting into all that. Like, I'm focused on Michelle. We're going to have a good time. I'm confident in what we have. I don't need to be talking about some other dude. Like, that's,
right.
That's ridiculous.
They all, yeah.
The rest of them just kept talking about, like, yeah, Joe this and Joe that. He's a silent assassin. We gotta watch out for him. What? Who cares? Like, you used to be, like that dude said, you should be focusing on your relationship with her.
Right.
Not some other dude. Like, you wasting time talking about that. And so right now, before the cocktail party before the rose ceremony, they're talking about him again, and it's like, dudes, you have nothing better to do than sit around and you should be focused on. Let me get ready to snatch her up as soon as she come back in the room. You know what I'm saying? As soon as this dude finishes talking to her, I'm gonna talk to her. I can't get how I'm gonna sit around with a whole bunch of dudes and gossip. Like, that's so stupid to me. Like, man, that's crazy. Like, you wasting time. And then you badmouthing a dude that he didn't do nothing to you guys. All he's doing is doing what you're here for, which is talking to the Bachelorette. Focus on that. Like, man, it's crazy to me. I never did this in my life. I never was a part of sitting around gossiping about some other dude. What?
Yeah, first of all, I don't even know why they put themselves in that situation where it's all these dudes for one woman. Like, I know it's a show.
Right.
But I'm like, bruh, I'm good. Too many women out here for me to be battling 18 guys for one girl.
Well, it's a career move, Ken, because once you get on this show, like I told you before, you're going to be on Bachelor in Paradise. You're going to be on all kind of stuff. So they just pretty much try to launch their career. Yeah, I have no doubt that these guys are here for that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you go on a show like this, it's because of that. Nobody in their right mind had time to be on no show unless you're trying to make that your thing. Right. These guys are all fit, six-pack, six figures. They're trying to put themselves out there in the market to show people that, hey, even if I lose, I win. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I know why they do it. I just wouldn't spend my time on the show gossiping about other dudes. Like, that's just so stupid to me.
Honestly, it doesn't really bother me. If she knows him, she knows him. If he knows her, he knows her. Okay. They're doing their thing, they're doing their thing. I'm just ready to do my thing. You know what I mean? Jamie's bringing stuff up about Joe knowing Michelle. It's just weird. I'm like, what are you trying to get at? What's going on? Like, what does it matter? Like, no one else cares. Stop making assumptions.
Thank you, Malik. Malik is saying exactly what we were just saying. This one dude named Jamie, he's on the top of the food chain pretty much right now. She's really liking him. And he's the main culprit of spreading the rumors and saying that this happened, that happened. Dude, you sound you sound crazy right now. Like, and Malik was telling him, look, even if it is true, who cares? He knows her, she knows him. It doesn't matter. What matters is my relationship with her.
Right.
Yeah, this actually does seem odd. This does seem suspicious. After actually really spending time with Michelle on our one-on-one, I happened to have a friend from Minneapolis and actually happened to have ran into you. He was walking into a bar and he saw you walking out. He's like, wait, that girl looks kind of familiar. And goes back to go sit with his girlfriends and they're like, oh, that's Michelle. She's the Bachelorette. He's like, no way, my boy's going on that show.
Never pass on gospel rumors. You go from being a contestant who's a lover, could become a potential lover, could become a friend. Well. Friends get the boot, period. It's dumb.
You finding a soulmate.
Cheers. There's a rat in our midst, and I hope someone lays a little rat trap.
Mr. Jamie. Oh my goodness. This dude is playing a game, I'm telling you. This guy is so ridiculous. Like, for you to start rumors and getting her riled up, like, he is on here playing a game. And usually on these shows, the guy that's the villain, quote unquote, or like him, usually stay on to the very last top five. So he's gonna be causing drama for a while, but it'll be interesting to see how long it takes Michelle to recognize that he is the villain this season. We'll see, but he is definitely fitting the bill for sure. Any dude that gonna talk to another dude, man, like you creating drama for no reason, dude. You're a grown man. Like that's so ridiculous. Like it was so unnecessary. And you know you can get found out. People gonna find out. It just it is what it is. But there's always one. You know, you can just tell by his mannerisms, the way he always fiddling with his mouth, always doing all this, and the way he talked about his mom dying, and he was smiling when he was saying it. That's a creepy dude, man. That's creepy. Michelle was crying more than him about his own mother. Ah, that's sick, man. Anyway, thank you guys for coming, for checking out my channel. Um, please show your support by hitting up the Cash App, $sign UBO127. Go check out merchandise at islandbreezemedia20.com. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.